Men's motors wouldn't last very much. I was so afraid that it was me that did it. I said to the guys,
I haven't seen him for a while.
I said, good.
Got 9 o'clock on June 29th, 2026 in the Chickasaw County Courthouse in the boardroom. I will call this meeting to convene. All members are present along with Board Secretary Sheila Shackleton. Is there a motion to approve today's agenda as presented?
So.
Motion by Scott, second by Travis to approve June 29th agenda. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Approve the minutes from last Monday, June 22nd.
No. Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Isaac to approve the minutes from last Monday, the 22nd. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. We'll move on to Sheriff Ryan Schauber. Good morning.
Morning.
Review and approve invoice from Guardian Fleet Safety for $24,538.29 for the equipment for the 2026 TOW per the purchase policy. We did get an email from you Tuesday, Wednesday.
Yeah, something like that.
This is just over the $10,000. We did approve a TOW 2-3 months ago. So just, it's in his budget. So is there a motion to approve? This is the lower one of the bids you got. Or did you?
Yeah, after we take the discount out, yeah.
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Steve, second by Isaac to approve the invoice for the Sheriff's Department, $24,538.29 for the equipment for 26 Tahoe. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Thanks, Ryan. Claims. His payroll was dated last June 26th, the last Friday. Any concerns with the payroll? All these claims are the last of the fiscal year. I don't think we're gonna be doing any more. We will talk about one, but so the full board is aware of one of them. But for payroll, you guys have had
Make a
time.
motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Scott to approve the payroll claims that were dated on June 26th of 26, last Friday. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Prior bill is $613.13 is what I saw.
Make a motion to approve prior bill.
Is there a second? Motion by Steve, second by Travis to approve the prior bill in the amount of $613.13. Any discussion? If not, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. We do have to go back up and do one on the agenda before we can do the big one.
I didn't have that part.
No, I know, but we gotta review and approve Heartland Insurance Risk Pool for $553,352.46. Effective July 1st. And you're gonna pay that on July 2nd-ish, or whenever we do claims next time.
Probably.
This is Heartland's bill, I believe due by,
Well, they like it paid before September.
yeah. Comes out of GS. Is it okay for the auditor's office to pay that next fiscal year?
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Isaac to approve the amount $553,352.46 to Heartland Insurance Risk Pool. That covers workers' comp, property, equipment, inland marine, liability, yeah, the list is, it's our normal insurance bill. And you have billed the other individual departments for reimbursement.
I have, yeah.
Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, opposed, motion carried. Claims in the amount of $249,216.85. There's one claim missing from the fiscal year. Sheila did talk about it this
Yeah,
year.
we have DHS and we have in our budget 9,900. And at the end of the fiscal year, I usually get a bill from Charles City, Floyd County for our share. And we didn't receive that this time. And I guess it's been a little difficult for Floyd County to get the information they need to bill us. And I had talked to Braemar County and they're in the same boat. If by chance we get it tomorrow, we'll deal with it tomorrow, but I really don't think it's planned on, it's right there. But if it should come in tomorrow, we decide that we would like to put it on fiscal 25-26, I'll probably call in the board of supervisors, a couple of you to sign off. Is that?
So yeah, it's something that we've not seen in a long time. That department budget has $9,900 in it and zero's been spent. So remember that goes back to general basic on Wednesday. Most likely it will probably require a budget amendment next year.
Yeah, worst case scenario, we pay for it in the next fiscal period, and then we'll have the double payment.
Double payment.
So,
Is there anything else we can do, David, if we see it tomorrow?
A special meeting and approve the bill. This is from the state.
but
It's reimbursement,
But
reimbursement.
it's HHS to the state.
yes.
Not surprising.
I saw it this morning. I was going through the ending fund balances, give back, and I go, hey, this one hasn't even spent a penny yet. Sheila did make some phone calls. They did not, we can't pay a bill, we don't have it. So.
When they get it to us, we'll address it.
Yeah,
When did we
that's
pay it last year?
right before. It always comes in the last week.
Week or 2 weeks of June.
Yeah, so it was,
We don't know the numbers, you can't even vote to pay it today. I mean, if you knew the number, if they send you the number, you can vote to pay it once it's received.
yeah, we didn't get that.
It's not,
I was trying to get it this morning. I got it.
so it's not on the claims, so you guys okay with paying the other ones? 249, 260, no budget went over. We'll get the final numbers in a couple days here, but I got the preliminary numbers. No department went over budget.
I'll make a motion to pay claims $249,260.85.
Motion by Steve, second by Scott to approve claims in the amount of $249,260.85. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, anybody opposed?
Abstain.
Motion's carried 4-0 with one assumption. Public comment, anybody signing today?
Nope.
All right. We can do those other things unless Renee walks in, I guess. Review and approve Poor Richard's premises update, adding a deck to the north of the building with a fenced-in area. Start date is June 30th, 2026. It's because of the alcohol license is why we're seeing this.
I don't have anything extra to add to it. They're putting a deck north of the building, and I'm sure they're gonna have some people will be able to go out there with their drinks, and that's why you guys have to okay it.
Was there a motion to approve the change to their alcohol license? We're not. Motion by Scott, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Isaac. We're not adding nothing to it. The date still expires when they had their certificate. We're just adding that they can go outside around this festive area.
Or that you approve the building. So.
Correct. Any other discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, anybody opposed? Motion carried. Got two contracts here for the Heritage Center. First one, review and consider Heritage Center lease agreement with Dubuque Visiting Nurse Association. This is the one that's gonna be doing some, blood work. They're gonna try to get as many people that will sign up to do it.
We've been working on this one for a long time. And they finally got the information to me to get the document done. So it's done and ready, and they worked with the auditor's office to get their dollar paid in, so I'm optimistic it'll be finalized this week.
Yep, and then when they get here, Dave will give them a key to the front door, west door, and, their office.
This is a 1-year term, but they do have 30-day get outs. So it'll be a rolling forward 30-day month-to-month tenancy after July or June 30th, 2027. But if you guys ever decide to do anything with that building, whether you're gonna reconfigure it or change the occupants or change ownership or sell it or whatever, you do have outs in all these leases, with a little bit of notice, a month or two's notice to get out of those leases.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
Second.
That's Steve.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion by Travis, second by Steve to approve the lease agreement with Dubuque Visiting Nurse Association at the Heritage Center. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, anybody opposed? Motion carried. Review and consider Heritage lease agreement with Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services. This is with the Division of Iowa Workforce.
This one, the Iowa Department of Administrative Services reached out to me last week and noted that their lease is up at the end of October. I don't know why they're Johnny on the spot for this, but kudos to them. I informed them that the leases are rolling, just like the rest of them, month-to-month tenancy, and they said that the state could not do that any longer. So they need definitive terms on there, so they asked for a 5-year lease. And I said, that's fine with me, as long as you give us an out in case we change configuration or sell that building or something happens in the world. So this has a 60-day written notice out provision, and I said I recommend that you enter this as long as it had that provision in it, which it does. So they drafted this.
This one goes from November 1st of 26 through October 31st of 2031.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Scott to Heritage Center lease agreement with Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation Services. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, anybody opposed? Motion is carried. All right, Safety Coordinator Renee Carey, good morning.
Good morning.
We'll go through from top to bottom, certificate of insurance procedures going forward. This was on here just because we had some questions. When we approve and take mostly the lowest bid on projects, we have a couple projects going right now. Or should we put the certificate of insurance inside the bid document so that people know that we have limits before they bid a project? So I think Renee, you've had some roadblocks on getting some of
With
this.
someone that we have hired, and now we're having trouble getting the certificate of insurance, so they really shouldn't have been hired.
Correct. So
So if they would have known this when they bid it, that this is what they needed, you know, they could have,
bid higher or lower or
yeah.
got the coverage. So I guess what do we want moving forward?
Well, we started with the certificate of insurance, the first ones that you guys approved, it was like 4 million. That was like way out of the ballpark. So then we dropped down to 2 million, which really is standard from a lot of companies. You know, we had all the, well, you know, you're not gonna get people locally, blah, blah, they all did it. They all got their certificate, they're on file. With your end, I've just been a little bit busy with other stuff, but my goal is now to get them all in alphabetical order and into a spreadsheet, so the auditor's office has them, so they can check that spreadsheet before we pay somebody. I've noticed that when you tell them you need it before they get the check, usually moves them along a bit. So for instance, the Dubuque Nursing Association and the Iowa Vocational Rehabilitation, they're gonna be in that building down there. So where's their certificate of insurance? I'm having trouble getting them from those offices down there at the Heritage. And I didn't know if I needed one for these guys. I mean, the state of Iowa.
The clerk court
Yeah,
probably should. I mean, they're in the county grounds.
I didn't know for
I
sure.
thought we were just doing this for vendors. People that we were buying services from and we're doing work on
Well,
our
they're
buildings.
like on our
Property.
property. I mean, they're housed in our building. I got one from one place, but the rest of them I'm having trouble. So I don't know, like if you're going to like approve these types of agreements, or you know, when you have that toy thing down there. I mean, those are all things to
Toys
think
for
about.
tots.
Yeah,
So we
So
would
like
want,
a
we're gonna
reverse
put that in all of our lease agreements then.
Moving forward, this is why we're bringing it up again, because it seems like, example, the cold storage at the Twin Ponds Nature Center. Somebody got a bid, but they hire a sub or they hire a second sub. It's hard for you to get those certificate of insurance.
well, it's not normally hard if they have it.
Good point.
So would this be like most people that rent or lease ground will have like a renter's insurance, but we need a certificate of liability too?
I would hope so.
Those people down there are all giving you certificates that they have renter's insurance.
No, I was just saying,
That's
usually people that lease will do this.
Yeah.
Or rent.
I think we need to do a better job of putting it in our documents when they go off for bid. The lease ones,
So like for secondary roads, even, I mean, they all have their way of, when they get these projects, they get all the certificates of insurance. But now they still have to give them to me. And I mean, like I have, like if Taylor's is doing it, I have all their subs. I mean, those people are used to that kind of stuff. You know, they do it all the time. So, it's just like I say, when we run into situations like this these smaller, projects, the lowest bid sometimes is the lowest bid that
So are you putting that in all your bid documents now?
secondary roads has always had that.
Has always had that number in it?
It's like a part of the DOT and. So like, what do you idea? Make a consensus vote on it or what?
I think moving forward, we just need to do a better job of getting that in our bid documents. I mean, try as hard as you can to get them from the contractors we have. And we need it, and even if it's the main guy and the subs have to be bought, whatever, you know.
Yeah, cause I mean, what they're doing is.
Our liability is we don't want people to get hurt on the county. Bottom line, so.
The Lions like to what? Put up.
So-
I think we just have to have a conversation about that. You know what I mean? If people just touch base. it's-
I mean, how would you feel if it?
I guess, my concern is how far are we gonna take this policy? I mean, someone wants to do an Eagle Scout project out at the conservation, so are they out now because they don't have $4 million, what's the number?
$2 million.
$2 million liability policy that they're gonna acquire to give us a good deed of doing that?
I think that's something that we just,
The window washer guy that had the thing, did he have that policy?
No, he did not. We didn't
and
ask.
he hit the security thing with the water and broke it or did something to it. So I assume he's paying for that, not us.
We'll talk about that in a closed session.
Okay. I'm just saying.
Well, that's what I'm getting at, is
There's
where are we drawing the line for this? Should it be for projects over a certain amount? I mean, do we need a $2 million policy for someone to come on the grounds and build a
I think that
feeder
we need,
system for
I think
strawberries
that-
out in the yard or
I
private
think
Eagle
that
Scout?
we just
Where are
need
we
to
gonna draw the line?
ask, Judy about volunteer groups doing things like the Lions or the Eagle Scouts or whatever. So we have that.
Scott, you have any input?
I don't know, I'm just, know what Dave was, the renters down at the Heritage and like that. I mean, I don't know. We're charging $1 rent and requiring $2 million insurance.
Right.
I think I'm gonna visit Judy and Parker board and just see, you know, how some of the other counties are handling a situation like
I
that.
mean, are they naming us as insured?
As far as vendors and contractors, I really have not had that much of a problem getting that certificate.
So I'm unsure what we're getting from them. We're just
Getting a
getting
certificate
proof
of
that they have
insurance,
liability
That
insurance.
they have $2 million of umbrella, $1 million of auto. And then the general, I can't remember how that is, 250, the medical, there's like the general one and has certain numbers. But they're all, I mean, Denny did it too. I mean, business, I think, don't you guys require certificates of insurance for people that? I mean, the guy out there
Sure
putting,
do, but
the guy out there putting the cameras on yesterday, I mean, doesn't he have to have something to, and what if he gets hurt out there?
I think we need more information from the insurance company. I know this is.
As
So they basically, they were sitting
Hold
right
on.
there, Judy didn't know the answer. She basically said, it's your call. It's not, we're not
Oh,
mandating it. If I remember her sitting there, she said it's our advice.
they
to
decided to require vendors and people on the grounds to have, you voted on
but
that.
the amount.
Yeah, but that's what you voted on. So now I just need to ask her about like volunteer groups, dollar leasing people, that kind, those people. We got the rest of it taken care of, right?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, when she sat here, because the discussion was whether it should be lowered from 4 to 2 and then whether we needed it or not. She said that Heartland did not have a policy for that. That was one of their recommendations. This board decided to put that policy in
Yes.
place.
Yes.
Okay.
That
Just
is,
so we're on the page. So she doesn't give a dang whether or not this board decides to do with their volunteers, because she didn't give a dang whether we did it or not to begin with, right? So I don't think it had anything to do with her. I think it has to do with this board, whether they want to do that or not.
yeah, but I think we need to get, probably like Brent's thoughts. Anyway. I do think though that if we're gonna have bidding projects of buildings and stuff like that, it needs to be included in those.
Well, I agree with that. I just want.
But now the volunteer people, that's a different thing.
All right. Moving on to policy updates. The list of policies here is mostly secondary roads, but some of it is county-wide policies. We go from top to bottom.
The HASCOM and the lockout takeout do go in everybody's,
Higher
higher packet.
packet. Okay. So we'll just go from the top down. These, just for a disclaimer, they've been reviewed by either Heartland attorney or our HR attorney, right, Renee?
Yes, and David took a quick look over the open records also.
Since I brought it up, has become an issue.
Open government policy, open records. We'll do that one at a time. Any board member have any concerns with them?
The open records, I think, just pretty much summarizes boilerplate from aliens and committee, but it just summarizes, I think, how we're operating now. Since I brought this up here, whatever it was, 3 or 4 weeks
Department head
ago.
meeting.
Yeah, at the department head meeting, like 3 departments reached out to me last week about different open records requests. So just keep the lines of communication open. If you guys receive them, again, I think the law as it stands now, or as it's been interpreted now by the Court of Appeals, is even if you guys receive an open records request as elected officials, you're obligated to turn it over to Sheila or to someone, to me, and we're obligated to respond to it.
Immediately, not in a week, not in a month, immediately.
So this sets out, it's a reasonable time. So this sets out what we consider to be reasonable as far as responses. And we've been pushing through them. Several departments had several last week that we had to collaborate and work on. It's gonna become more of an issue, I'm afraid, as we go forward.
Are you gonna vote on these stuff?
No, I think we're doing separate, just so we have a motion on record. I think all of them have the chairperson to sign off on them, and we'll put in today's date. Is there a motion on the open government policy, open records policy to be approved? Effective today? Motion by Scott, second by Travis. To approve the open government policy, open records, effective today. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, anybody opposed, motion carried. Moving on down to revise acknowledgement from the CDL drug and alcohol testing policy.
Actually, it's the whole policy.
This is the whole policy.
Ehlers and Cooney, did suggest, putting employee acknowledgements on a lot of these. So, secondary roads, anybody that has a CDL for the county would have to follow this policy, not just secondary roads. We've had this policy. I don't know that it was ever like approved. I couldn't find a signed copy anywhere. So this would be, like I said, Ehlers and Cooney went over all of this. Judy even took a look at it, I believe. So, it's all accurate information. And then the back page is, the employee acknowledgement. Everybody that has a CDL will have to sign in order to work here.
So this policy looks like it's 10 pages with the board chairperson to sign off and then the acknowledgement form. If you have a CDL and you use that for Chickasaw County.
Is it only if you use it or like somebody else that sits behind a desk has a CDL, or are you gonna, you're not gonna do that?
No, you have to be in the consortium, and right now that's just secondary roads, employees out at the shop. So like if Chad's guys would get something that would require CDL, then I would add them to, I'd probably just put them all in our consortium and stuff, so we don't have all these separate charges and whatnot, but then they would fall under this policy too.
So this maybe is a question I should have asked. I didn't know about this 2 weeks ago, but, what's the policy for folks who are driving county-owned vehicles? Do they have a policy similar to this, and are they acknowledging and signing off on that?
We do not have one for,
So secondary roads,
So,
excuse me,
like-
conservation or one of the sheriff's office or someone driving one of the county vehicles gets in a wreck, we don't have a policy that allows us to do
I
this.
thought we had that people signed something in the packet that talked about county vehicles.
And I think that
This one's strictly CDL.
This is actually CDL. But you're asking like, so if I hop in a county vehicle and I'm hammered, what's gonna happen?
Oh.
Can we just do the CDL?
Sorry, I didn't mean to open a can of worms, but.
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, Dave, you're killing me.
We'll look into the other one.
I'll keep my mouth shut over here in the corner, sorry. It's the lawyer.
No, it's good. I agree.
The policy that I have, I thought you sent me, what just says employee drug and alcohol testing.
No,
For CDLs.
oh, I have to fix the top then. Yeah,
Okay,
it is CDL.
Okay.
CDL.
okay.
Because this is a clearinghouse, this is the whole ball of wax.
Mhm. And I
So-
wonder if something like this isn't what Dave's,
That's-
but I won't talk
Later,
about that,
later.
yeah, later.
Question on.
Would this be, required by rescue squad? That's one truck I believe requires CDL to be driven.
Then why aren't they in the consortium? I bet you it's because they're all volunteer.
I know, you might know better.
I know as far as fire truck, going to an emergency, you can drive, anybody can drive. But you leaving, going back to the station, you have to have a CDL.
That's the way I always understood it.
I'll check on it. But like I say, they're volunteers, so they're really exempt from.
CDL drug and alcohol testing policy. We'll fix the top headline.
I'll
Was there a motion to approve?
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Isaac to approve the newly advised CDL drug and alcohol testing policy. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, anybody opposed? Motion carried. Written hazardous chemicals right to know policy.
So in the new hire packet, there is an acknowledgement page that lists like 5 policies, and this is one of them. But I think that since this is a new policy, all employees should, or all these policies, employees will have to read and re-sign new acknowledgements. So I'll have to add an acknowledgement to this one.
Have these been updated by, like I said, HR or
No, this was by Troy.
this one's by Troy?
Mhm.
Safety.
Holmes
coordinator,
Murphy,
Holmes
yeah.
Murphy.
Did you send me that one?
I did.
I must have not got that pretty much.
Yeah,
Did I
you sent
get
it to us in a board packet.
I must have printed mine off, sorry.
Control of hazardous chemicals, right to know.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It talks about the safety data sheets, and everything else, so.
Okay, and then it's got a first one.
Is there a motion to approve the written hazardous chemicals right to know policy?
So.
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Steve, to approve the written hazardous chemicals right to know policy effective today. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Credit card policy.
So our current credit card policy, we use, and the credit, we buy stuff from Amazon and eBay, so we use the card. And so that would be Sam, our shop foreman, myself sometimes, Roman, and then Liza and Ben, sometimes if they go conference or whatever to pay for like hotel room or whatever. So right now, I don't know if anybody, I don't think anybody signs anything for the credit card policy, but Ayers and Cooney recommended again, an acknowledgement page for anybody who uses the card. So even though like our names aren't on a card, but that we still are responsible.
That are making purchases.
Yeah,
So and then item number 7 did get added. Purchase of department daily use items, example include but not limited to Amazon, eBay, and the US Postal Office. Without prior approval of the Board of Supervisors, however, such purchases may be denied at the time of the claim approval. So let's, I think Ayers and Cooney asked to add that.
Yep. Mhm.
And then I don't think anything else really got added, but we are gonna require a signature page if anybody has that card in their possession, or if some other person uses that card, if their name's not on it.
and this would include like other board people too, right? There's
Yeah,
all
cause
the-
we got, I know Keith has one and David has one, the sheriff's had one.
But I mean, like Ray and Chad, I don't know if they have them, but it would include them too, even though they have other boards.
I think if they put a claim against the auditor's office, I think anybody should be signing this policy.
That's what I mean.
So this is gonna be countywide, all
And
boards.
Yes.
Let's try to find this, sir. What was, so the auditor got added, I'm trying to find it.
Item number 7, front page.
We don't have to get pre-approval to go buy postage, do we?
No.
Well, the policy that we have right now does say that,
Oh, okay.
and we don't do it. So I thought, why are we having a policy that we don't follow?
I'll put a little report in. Sorry.
Is there a motion on the credit card policy effective today? The new revised one.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Isaac to approve the credit card policy dated today with the signature page. Acknowledge it. If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried. Control of hazardous energy, which is lockout tagout program policy. More for electricity and panel boxes and stuff if people are inside those things. Pretty self-explanatory for that one. You have a sheet attached to it for people to sign in and out, so you don't turn stuff on.
I don't know if I put that on the.
Yeah, I got the,
That's,
did you guys?
Yep.
You got it.
Motion for control of hazardous energy. Is there a second?
Sorry.
Motion by Isaac, second by Scott to approve the policy for control of hazardous energy known as lockout tagout program policy.
Oh, I almost missed it.
Any discussion?
This covers everything OSHA requires.
They all, any of them that have anything to do with OSHA, it is. Troy's like a walking OSHA manual.
Anything else? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye, any opposed, motion carried. Moving on. Data processing policy. I think Danny reviewed this and
Made some updates. We took out that HIPAA committee thing because it doesn't really exist. The one question I did have is, so all data processing goes through Denny. You get a keyboard, you get a mouse, whatever, and it comes out of data processing. Why is secondary roads the only one that has to pay?
But you got your own fund.
Joe pays for his own.
Yeah, Joe pays for all his.
Assessor pays for all of his.
Mm,
You're not the only one.
Yeah, two.
3.
I'm losing a lot of it, sorry.
But anything that comes out of general fund, instead of having them bill it to them and then the same people pay it,
Gotcha.
yeah.
We build the non-general fund departments.
So yeah, this is basically just updating what we had. And again, I could not find where there was a signed, approved, actual policy of data processing.
Mhm.
Make a motion to approve the data processing policy.
Is there a second?
Second.
Isaac. Motion by Steve, second by Isaac to approve the data processing policy effective today. Any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion is carried. Last one is personal protective equipment policy.
This does say for secondary roads, but the more I've been thinking about it, it should be a policy for the county as far as conservation, custodians,
EMS.
EMS. I think it should be a county-wide policy, actually. And I don't know if you can still approve it and I can just change it to Chickasaw County instead.
Just take out secondary road.
Yeah, because, and I mean, no disrespect to past safety coordinators, but I have had a lot of flack from a lot of department heads and elected officials about PPE and our safety trainings. And I understand we didn't do a lot of what we do now before. Well, they also need to remember that we also had Arthur Gallagher as the insurance company. We have a whole different insurance company now, Holmes Murphy. They are a lot more aggressive and would be proactive than the other company was, from what I can see. I don't appreciate the flack. I don't dream these things up just to make people.
And you did call me last week, and I think my response was, talk to the department head. If they have issues, they should be the one writing up their.
And that too, like when I see things, okay, so for instance, I saw something last Friday when I was out at the airport switching out the AEDs.
Yeah.
I spoke with Chad, we talked about some things, I think that'll be fine. But what I'm saying is like when I have safety trainings and we have these policies and I ask for an ethanol sticker to be put on the back of your vehicle, I don't care if you like ethanol or not. Put the sticker on your vehicle. It's a county vehicle. It's not your personal vehicle. I'm just tired of the flack and the talking back and the disrespect I get trying to do this stuff. I am just trying to follow OSHA, the state code, all the stuff that's thrown at me. I try to sift through it to make sure it's really something we need to do. And I get there's a lot of changes. I think a lot of people feel like it's me. Things have changed. I mean, you think about how much Isaac can see this, I'm sure in your business, in farming even, things have changed a lot in the last even 5 years as far as suing and rules and regulations, and that's all I'm trying to do. So with PPE, I am gonna get a little bit stricter with it. And if I do go to department head and they don't do what they're supposed to do, then I'll just have to come in here because I don't want to get hurt. And then I'm talking simple things. I'm talking wearing safety glasses, hearing protection, things like that. Simple, basic stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a constant mowing grass could go here and impaired. And come back on the county 20 years from now saying.
We do hearing tests every year, and I see that there are certain people that just keep getting worse and worse. And when I find them doing something, they usually don't have hearing protection. Well, the days of, hey, Joe, well, you need to do this. It's, not getting through. Yes, David?
I agree with you.
So we're gonna change this one that says Chickasaw County, take away the secondary road department. And there's some notes of secondary roads throughout this policy, if you guys are okay to approve it, by taking out secondary roads as a name and just put Chickasaw County in those areas. I think it's a good policy. We don't want no liability down the road.
It's common sense basic stuff.
I agree. Again, the signature page by the chairperson, and then does this one also have individual acknowledgement? Yes.
Yeah, I mean, every individual has to sign this way to work here because it's
better for them, we don't want any open liability. Is there a motion to approve the personal protective equipment policy? PPE.
Move to approve with the changes.
Third.
And I'm just gonna wait till we get our new one, Brian, we signing.
Yes.
all going to it right now.
Motion by Scott, second by Travis, to approve the personal protective equipment policy effective today with some changes.
And we do have the training scheduled for July 15th at 10 o'clock and 2 o'clock. I reserved the courtroom upstairs. Troy will be here. It's a 1-hour training. HAZCOM, ergonomics, just a whole list of stuff that he'll move right through because everybody's busy. And I've had a lot of people ask if it's mandatory. It is mandatory, but I understand some people are on vacation already or whatnot, so I'll figure something out for those people. And then we have training at secondary roads that morning at 6 a.m. So if anyone wants to come to that, wow, you should be out there to cover.
So is the auditor's office how are we gonna, two questions. Number one, we got this hooked onto our paycheck last week and didn't know anything about it. So are we gonna send something that says it's mandatory? Or how do we wanna
It's
handle that?
really hard to use the word mandatory.
Well, it looked like a flyer to me, like a voluntary come. So that's how I took it, so.
I'm just used to my secondary roads people, like if there's something.
Well, yeah,
like
you
that.
have yours trained really well, but the rest of us in the county aren't under your training.
Okay, so Dave, I will send out a email and
To the
just,
department heads.
to the department heads and just say.
Cause it came in the paychecks last week, and this looks like a flyer to me, like, hey,
Kind of a nice flyer though, wasn't it?
it is a very nice flyer.
Thank you.
And we're gonna put it in mandatory.
Well, I just have learned that the word mandatory at the county tends to be a lot.
And then how are we pushing out all these new policies to everybody and getting all that?
Well, once I get them lined up and everything, because we got a couple that we're fixing that, then, we'll probably email the department heads
to get
with
there.
the policies and ask them to get them back to us by a certain date.
We do need to vote on the last one, so PPE policy, discussion more. If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed, motion is carried.
Is that better?
Thanks, Renee. If there's any other ones on that vehicle,
Well, thank
on
you.
the vehicle question one for non-CDL.
Yeah, I'll work on that. Yep. So this should help with the new employee packet. Our 1995 policies can be replaced with these current ones.
You had to bring the, thank you.
Just saying. Everyone is
That's
ready.
really very nice.
I think so.
I'll make those changes, Sheila.
Two of them.
Yeah.
Thanks, Renee. We got a couple minutes, maybe again, the clock's behind. Steve, you got any committee assignment updates?
Northeast Iowa Community Action on June 22nd. A short meeting, we Name the nominating committee for board officer election. If everybody that's an officer agreed to run again, so. Well, somebody else is gonna probably run against him. Talked about apartments they're going to sell. Long Mill count apartments. They had an estimate $3 million to repair them, and they decided to just sell them. Next meeting is August 3rd.
Thank you. Isaac, got anything? Travis?
I was supposed to have one on the 25th, but people were saying they couldn't be there, so they canceled.
Scott Van? Nope. It is 9:45. I requested a possible closed session under Iowa Code 21.51K, reference Iowa Code 22.7, subsection 50, to discuss updated security procedures at the county-owned property. I did invite our IT contractor. Or do you want a possible closed session about IT/security procedures? If so, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to close session.
Second.
Motion by Travis, second by Steve, to enter into a closed session under Iowa Code 21.5 subsection 1K, reference Iowa Code 22.7, parentheses 50, to discuss updated security procedure at county-owned property. We'll do a roll call vote. Travis.
Aye.
Steve.
Aye.
Isaac. Scott.
Aye.
Jake. Aye. Motion is carried 5-0. Unmute. 10:35, we're back in regular session on June 29th. No action to be taken with the closed session previously. Discuss future agenda items. All I have is handbook update. I needed some more time to get those 3 changes on bereavement. And there was another one that somebody brought up about some other things I'll bring up at another time about vacation payout. Just do some thinking on that. We're done with you, Denny. Thank you. Anything else for next week, July 6th? Like I said, I think Sheila will work on the ending fund balances sometime in the next week or two. And present to us of what the good backs were. I think they're pretty much in line what we were thinking. Some departments gave more back, but some of them were pretty close. The Heritage, I think about $1,100 back, so.
Play the hair or the cheek.
Otherwise, we did good. I guess this will close the end of the fiscal year. Is there a motion to adjourn? Have a safe week, celebrating America's 250th. Is there a motion to adjourn? So. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion by Scott, second by Isaac to adjourn at 10:37. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Anybody opposed? Motion carried.
Can I talk to you?
Yeah.
Yeah.